YouTube. This is the Mighty Paladin, and I'm showing you something I've been wasting a lot of my time on lately, which is the reason why I'm having a hard time keeping up with my schedule on my Paladin videos. This is City of Heroes, a game that I really like playing, and I want to show you around it. This is the main character I play most of the time. You know him because that's me, and you've seen him in all my other videos. But here are some other characters that I have. If you watch my stuff on a regular basis, you'll recognize most of these. This one has never appeared in my videos. Neither has the Monkey King. You know Donner, don't you? Yeah, by the way, it says down here that he uses electric armor and a war mace, but his war mace is actually a hammer. You don't see it on this character select screen, but when I go in the game, you will. Um, let's see, that's Brother Nature. Oh yeah, everybody loves Uberman. She's so cool. Silver Streak. Oh, this guy has never appeared in my videos, although he does exist in the Paladin universe, and at some point I do hope to have him show up. He's an underwater character, which is kind of disappointing in this game because there's no underwater settings, but, you know, it's still fun to have him there. Let's see, Control Freak, Gun Smasher. Once again, her shield doesn't show on the loading screen, but it is there in the game. This is a little bit of a spoiler for you because Gadget isn't wearing this costume yet in the videos, and you'll notice that it says Ice Blaster and Electric Armor Sentinel down here. I won't bother explaining that to you right now because I don't want to go too far into spoilers, but that's what he's going to look like at some point in the future. There's Shadow, Steelhead. Yeah, by the way, this game also has villains. If you if you play as a villain, then you open a different version of the game called City of Villains. The two are connected, and eventually characters can move back and forth between being a hero and being a villain, but for the most part, heroes can't go into the villain section, and villains can't go into the heroes section. That's Overmaster Vlad, the ruler of Romania. You remember him from Eris's Golden Apple battle. Let's see. Wu Fang Chu. Yeah, he looks real different in this game from the way he looks in my gotcha videos. But it's just because there are very different costume options in the two different games. And there's Frankenstein, the tallest of my characters so far. There are a lot more character slots, but these are all the characters I've made so far. Let's play as Paladin, and I'll just show you around the city a bit. Atlas Park is where everybody starts when they first join the game. You can see this big statue of Atlas. That's one of the primary features of this neighborhood. That's the city hall down there, and this is just a view of some tall buildings. It's a low-level area, and Paladin's too high level for it, so there's not a whole lot for me to fight in this area, unless I go into this place right here, which is called Architect Entertainment. In this place, you can use this machine to find and make your own missions, or play missions created by other players. Oh, I see. The browse and play is only showing these two because I have everybody was Kung Fu Fighting typed in the search options. And there are two missions by that title. One of them I made myself, which is why I have that typed in there, and the other one made by somebody else. But if I clear out that and then hit search again, You can see there are a lot of different missions that you can select from, but these are the ones made by players. If you actually want to do missions that are part of the official game content, you have to leave Mission Architect and go roam around the city. And it's a really big city with lots of stuff going on. And I forgot to turn on super jump, so I took damage when I fell, but not that much. And Paladin heals really fast, as you can see. Let's see. There are all kinds of cool features in this city, things to look at and do. That's the flag on top of the city hall. Oops, I missed that. There we go. This over here is the Paragon City monorail. It's how most people get around in the city. You click on this door and various locations pop up that you can choose from to go to. Let's go to Steel Canyon. It's one of the prettier places. Steel Canyon's still too low level for Paladin, but I just wanted to show you around there. Later on, I'll go actually do some cool stuff. Steel Canyon. Yeah, these are some sights around the city right here in the loading screen. And I don't know the name of that statue like I do Atlas. Let's see, this is where you come out. Now, Steel Canyon, like every place in the city, has a variety of settings. There's some Nazis standing around there for you to beat up, but you'll notice when I click on them, it shows a gray name, and that gray means excuse me. That gray means that they're more than 2 levels lower than me, which means I won't get any experience for fighting them. And everything in Steel Canyon's going to be like that. I can just walk around and ignore all the bad guys. This right here is an interesting place. It's called Wentworth's Consignment. This is where you go if you have some things you want to sell, or if you are looking to buy some things from other players. There are regular shops around the city where you can also buy things, but the rare items you can only buy at Wentworth's. Let's see, over here, this is the college, and in the college, yep, you can go through these doors. Not all the doors in the city are accessible. Some of them you click on them and it says you cannot enter because they're actually mission doors and you can only go in there if you're on the right mission. But some of the doors around the city are locations that you can explore. And this is where you can learn how to and make items for your character. There are NPCs around the city that you can talk to who teach you things, like this guy. Not the fact that this guy has a arrow over his head indicates that he's someone who can give you missions. Other NPCs might give you information or be part of missions at some point. And of course, these are little workstations where you can do stuff. Is that another player over there? Yeah, it is. That's another player. She's a Paragon hero. Her name's Inferno. You can see all that up here in my target window. Whenever I click on somebody, the target window shows information about them. And this guy has something to say to me, but it's not important right now. All he was saying is I'm not on the right mission to talk to him. Let's see. But look at that statue. That is cool. And, you know, looking all around here, you can see all kinds of really cool details. The interesting thing about all this is a very old game. In fact, this game doesn't really exist anymore as a pay-for-play game. It was done away with quite some years ago and revived by their fans after the Supreme Court said that they could, since the game was no longer available at all. Um, let's see. Yeah, you can play this game, and there are links down in the description to tell you where to go if you want to download the program so you can play. Let's see. These guys right here are members of a gang called the Tsu. They're a Asian martial arts gang that is sort of a generic Asia with mixtures of Chinese and Japanese elements. Let's see. There's. It's weird. I thought there was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there's an Explorer badge over here somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where. If I was looking for it for real, I could actually find it. But there are little spots on the ground, and when you're walking around, you get rewards called Explorer badges for finding them. There are other badges available in the game to mark all kinds of achievements. As you can see, the city is very big, and this is just the area called Steel Canyon. This is over here is a map that shows all kinds of cool stuff. Like, this is a tailor. If you go there, you can change your costume. This is a doorway to another section of town called Boomtown. This leads to a section called Siren's Call. That leads to Perez Park. Those are all red because they're dangerous areas, but this one's green. It leads to Independence Port, and this leads to Atlas Park, where I just came from. Let's see. Oh yeah, you see this little green person that's labeled Valkyrie? That is where you go when you level up. You gain experience as you play, and when you get enough experience, you automatically level up, but then you go visit the level up person to pick up your new skills. Let's see. I was going to show her to you, but I got off target. It's a little distracting talking about stuff and looking right at the map while I talk to you. Let's see. Yeah, there she is. When you click on her, this little thing, the level opens up. You can click train to a new level of power, but it doesn't let me do that right now because I'm not ready. So I just click away I go. She had all kinds of other options, things she could tell you. This guy standing next to her is Positron. He's one of the main characters in the game. But all he really does, apart from being part of the city lore, is give you a mission, but it's a type of mission where you have to have a team to do it. They're called task forces. Anyway, I can't join that because I'm not on the team at the moment. I'll be honest with you, I usually play solo because it's just a lot easier than trying to get a team together. Not because there aren't a lot of people here, but because, well, if you've ever played any MMO game, you know that getting a team together usually involves a lot of waiting around for people. And I'm not into that. Let's see, I showed you all my characters. I showed you Wentworth's. I showed you Architect Entertainment. I guess the only other thing really to do is go on a mission. Now, I currently have a mission selected at Architect Entertainment, so I guess I'll go over there and do that. This is a mission that I made myself. It's not official game content. Let's see. You have to go up the elevator after you come in here. There is an entrance on the top floor, but you have to be able to hit it from the ground jumping, and it's a pain. So I just rather use the elevator. And here we go. Now that warning about I'm about to exit the zone is just because I'm near this red thing. If I actually go in there, I'll immediately go back out where I came from. I don't want to do that. Now these are characters that I created, and as you can see, the theme of this mission is Kung Fu, or martial arts in general. There's some boxers, ninjas, karate people, Muay Thai people. As you can see, I activate my powers by clicking on these little icons in the lower right corner. It's just like most MMOs. Now, up here in this corner, you can see what my mission is. Defeat Bruce Long. I love attacks that affect more than one opponent at a time. But I only have a few of them. This thing right here doesn't cause any damage, but it knocks people down, and it can affect everyone. I've got my camera panned back too far. The tree keeps getting in the way. There we go. Now, this is my energy bar. You can see I used a lot of energy during that fight, but my character has regeneration, so his health was coming back faster than they were taking it away. I'm just waiting for my energy to come back. Now, if I want it to come back really fast, I can click this button and rest for a few minutes. But I don't need to do that right now because, as you can see, it's already filled up. I love the fact that the character customizing thing lets you do so many different characters. They all... I don't even know if people playing the game will notice this that much, but I selected powers for each of these people to give them a unique fighting style. And speaking of that, you'll notice that Paladin is not using his nunchucks. That's not because he's holding back, it's because sadly there are no nunchucks in this game. As far as I'm aware, there are not any superhero games available anywhere that have nunchucks in them. I only know of one multiplayer game online that has nunchucks, and I can't remember the name of it, but you play as some kind of weird robot thing that I don't have any interest in. Darn shame, too, because I love nunchucks. They're my thing. Oh, here's something else I forgot to mention to you. Did you notice this guy has his name in yellow and those guys had their names in white? Well, I did mention that the people out on the street had their names in gray because they were low level. Well, this guy having his name in white means he's the same level as me. Yellow is 1 level higher, orange is 2 levels higher, red is 3 levels higher, purple is just scary as heck. I can sometimes fight a purple guy, provided he's by himself. See these little things up here? These are called inspirations. You earn those by beating people, and you use them to help you fight. Like this red one will make my attacks cause more damage. Yellow one makes it more accurate. Green heals me. I usually don't need the green ones because my main powers is regeneration. But you can see my energy bar is getting kind of low. If it gets too low, I can use these blue ones to fill it back up, at least as long as I have some blue ones. Tiger. I don't know why those guys run away. It's not something I programmed into them, but for some reason the tiger guys run away all the time. And unfortunately, defeat all enemies is one of the mission options, I mean, mission requirements that I set, so I gotta go chase him down. There he is. I'm gonna turn this on so I can run faster. There we go. Now, here's an interesting thing. If he's close enough for me to hit when I click the button, it will hit him even if the guy moves out of range before the animation is finished. That helps a lot. There we go. Down goes Tiger. Ooh, and here's some people I missed. Probably because I went the wrong way. You'll notice that the map is only showing the areas that I've already explored, which is a common feature in these types of games. It helps you because sometimes it's good to know where you've already searched, especially on a mission like this where your goal is to defeat all the enemies. If you think you've gone all the way through and it's still not saying the mission's finished, well, you can look at your map and see where you've been and search the areas that are still dark. Now, you'll notice I didn't use these inspirations to restore my energy because I knew I was going to make it, and it comes back on its own pretty quickly. My health was getting kind of low too, but you can see it comes back. Most people's health and energy don't automatically come back that fast, but it's because of what kind of powers this character has. Watching my energy fill all the way up. Okay, now I'm going to go fight these guys. Actually, since I'm doing a video here, I'm not going to fight those guys right now. I just want to look around and show you some stuff. That's Bruce Long. He's the main bad guy. And that's most people who do this mission map, they don't wander back and forth like I have been. What they'll do is they'll start out over here. That barrier's the edge of the map. Now they'll start here, and they'll fight their way down the street in this direction. Doodly-doo. Fighting everybody along their way. Whee! I'm just skipping past them, but there's a lot of bad guys here, trust me. See, here's some now. There's a wushu guy. He'll pull out two swords if I wait a minute. There's a karate master, a Muay Thai guy. Ooh, there's a ninja. I didn't see him because he has ninjutsu. Stealth, you know. I hate it when that attack misses because the animation is so long. But that's the risk you take with those kinds of attacks. It causes a lot of damage, and frankly, it's actually my best attack, which is another reason to hate it when it misses. See, check that out. That was awesome. It hit that time. There we go. Oh, enhancement found. That's one of the types of rewards you can get in this game. And let me show you enhancements. These are some enhancements that I've collected, but I have not used. These are the enhancements that I'm using. Uh, these are the powers that I have, like Thunder Kick, Storm Kick. Dang, I hate that window popping up. Here we go. Cobra Strike, Crane Kick, and Dragon's Tail. Those powers work normally without enhancements, but enhancements, of course, enhance them, make them better. Um, you can see that some of these have more enhancements than others. As you level up, you get the option of putting new enhancements in different places. And which ones have more slots, that's something I get to pick when I level up. Every power, when you first get it, has exactly one enhancement slot. And I have added these others. And of course, you can see these slots are empty. That's because I didn't bother putting enhancements on those abilities. But I have put really cool enhancements on abilities that I like and use a lot. Let's see. There we go. Here's a boxer. Right now I'm looking around just to mainly to show you all the different characters that I made for this mission. But this guy right here is the main boss. His name's Bruce Long. And I'm about to get killed by him. Whoops. Whee! I'm running. And I don't have any green enhancements right now, so I'm going to have to find a nice safe place to sit down. And since I've been jumping around, skipping past all the bad guys, it's going to be hard to find a spot that's actually safe. Okay, there we go. Now, as you can tell, the camera zooms in and out by using the mouse wheel, but sometimes if you get real close to walls, it'll zoom in on its own. Oh, Bruce found me. What the heck? He killed me with one hit? Dang. Alright, when you get killed in this game, you go to the hospital. So I'm not actually dead. He beat me with one hit. He did not kill me. I guess my defenses were down because I was resting. Oh yeah, because some of my defenses don't work when you're just sitting there. Now, this is not the normal hospital. This is the special mission architect hospital where you go if you're working on a custom mission. Why did I sit down? Oh, because I meant to turn on some of my defensive powers. I'll show you where the usual hospital is. Every city zone has its own hospital. And here's this one on the map. You only go to the Mission Architect Hospital if you get killed while you're on a Mission Architect mission. This is my super jump thing here. Now, since I clicked on it on the map, you can see this yellow arrow pointing in the direction. And I use my super jump to head over that way. There are bad guys all over the streets, but once again, this is Steel Canyon and I'm 22nd level, so they don't matter. Now, there are some areas of the city that are my level, and in fact, some of them are much higher level than I am. The highest level in this game is 50. Steel Canyon Medical Center. This is the lobby of the normal hospital. When you get killed, you go upstairs. Well, I guess you can't go upstairs unless you're dead. But there's a room upstairs where you appear when you respawn, and you take the elevator down to this lobby and go back out onto the street. One thing you always have to do is remember to turn on your defensive powers, because a lot of them are what you call toggle powers. That means you just turn them on once and they stay on until you turn them off. But all of those go off when you get beaten, so you got to remember to turn them back on. Let's see, I do want to show you some of the variety of settings around town. So let me head over. Let me zoom in on this map. There we go. Head over to the monorail, and I'll show you a different setting. I love jumping across the city. Flight is a lot more fun to do, but Paladin, as you know from the cartoons that he's in, does not fly, so I've given him the super jump. And super jumping is actually faster than flying most of the time. You can use enhancements to pick up your speed, and I don't think enhancements will increase the speed of jumping. They'll only increase how far you can jump, but I could be wrong about that. It may also increase the speed. Anyway, I want to take you to Independence Port. It's not a wonderful place, but there is one particular thing I'm hoping I'll get to show you, and that is a giant monster. There are giant monsters in a lot of different sections of the city, and the one that's in Independence Port is the coolest one. Now, you don't mess with giant monsters unless you have a big team, and this one in particular I have never fought because you have to have a really big team to have any chance. But it is the coolest looking of all the giant monsters, and I hope it's there so I can show it to you. If it's not where I last saw it, there are several locations in this city that it could be. I can check it out. Independence Port is land completely surrounding this water. Ah, good. The giant monster is here. I'm going to get over here as close as it's safe to, because if that thing attacks me, I'm dead. But there it is. The thing that makes this particular giant monster so dangerous is that each of those tentacles is treated as a separate giant monster. Get up here. Whoops. Dang it. Okay, am I too close? No, it doesn't seem to be attacking me. I guess I have to actually get in the water to aggro it. There we go, finally. Good spot to look at it from. It is freaking huge. And like I said, I've never fought it myself because I usually do play solo, but I love to come down here and just look at this thing sometimes. If any of the people watching this want to join the game sometime and play with me, even though I normally play solo, I will definitely team up with you to try and fight this thing. Although I might not use Paladin, I'd probably want to use Ubermensch. Anyway, that's everything I wanted to show you this time around. I'll probably be making some more videos of me playing this game. But I hope you liked it. Leave me a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, wait, it's not Control G, it's Windows G. And then stop.